Okay, so this week I watched Messenger of Death. Charles Bronson movie. I was like, cool, this is gonna be awesome. He's gonna murder a bunch of people. Because I've never seen a Charles Bronson movie where he doesn't murder everybody. Normally he's an ex-military or he's a cop or just a vigilante of some kind. And with death in the title, I was like, there's gonna be rape and murder because there's rape and murder in all his movies. There is no rape in this, and there's a little bit of murder, but Bronson doesn't kill anybody. He's a reporter in this, and it's really disappointing because it starts off really interesting.
You be damned for eternity!
The guy in the truck walks in with a fucking shotgun, murders all the women, goes upstairs and murders the children. So I was like, oh shit, I was like, all right, I'm in for something here. And after that happens, it cuts to Charles Bronson eating dinner with a woman. Because in all his movies, Bronson's old as hell and the woman's half his age, and this one's no different in that regard. But he's eating dinner with her, and then the chief walks up, who's going to run for mayor.
Homer's been trying to talk me into running for mayor.
Mayor?
Would you support that, Mr. Smith?
I would, but it doesn't mean the paper would.
Then the chief gets the call of the murders, so Bronson and the chief go to the house where the family's been killed. And, Bronson's just writing on his notepad. And then that's really all that really happens right there. I mean, this movie is really boring. I want to say that he does really hard-hitting investigative work, but he doesn't. He goes to Colorado, and he meets a woman there who owns the local newspaper.
How long have you had this newspaper?
Oh, for years. My husband and I started it together. And then when he died, I just kept it going myself.
And she happens to be the cousin of the antagonist, which this movie doesn't have, but he's supposed to be the antagonist.
I'm not much of a Mormon, but I happen to be a cousin of Zenus's.
They go meet him, and Bronson asks him, he's like, hey, your brother said you're the devil, and he said, you killed that family. Did you do it? And the antagonist guy is like, no, I didn't do it. Bronson's like, all right.
No, Mr. Beecham, the only thing I'm wondering about is if you killed your nephew's family.
There's only one person could accuse me of that. You've seen my brother Willis.
Yes.
Has it occurred to you that it was Willis himself who killed them?
His own grandchildren?
There are some, Mr. Smith, who believe that the only fortunate people are the ones who have atoned for their sins in blood.
Bronson goes back to the other city to where the preacher is, and he's like, well, preacher, your brother said he didn't do it, and the preacher's like, he did it, and then he has a heart attack and dies.
No affair of yours!
You've killed him.
Cut to Bronson at the funeral for the preacher, and there's no men there, it's just women. And Bronson's like, where are the men at? And he grabs a shotgun and shoots the casket and blows a hole in it and looks inside of it, and there's no one in there.
Death of which I have spoken,
Where are all the men?
which is the spiritual death, shall deliver up, and the bodies and the spirits of men will be restored.
he calls the lady that owns the newspaper, and he's like, tell the sheriff that they're heading down there and that there's going to be a redneck war. And, you know, she said she tries and she couldn't get a hold of the sheriff. So Bronson somehow gets there before the rednecks get there. I'm not really sure how he done it. He takes a plane, but I still don't see, like, he says a line where he's like, they drove all night, but yet somehow he just flies there and he gets to the house right before the rednecks show up. Anyway, so the rednecks have a big redneck shootout. They fight it out and a bunch of people die. Bronson makes them have a truce, right? So Bronson, preacher redneck, and antagonist redneck meet, and antagonist redneck's like, I swear on my family and on my religion that I did not kill your family, redneck preacher. And redneck preacher's like, huh? And then antagonist gets shot and dies.
Zenas, did you kill Orville's family?
I swear by everything I hold dear, by our father's memory, I did not order or commit such a crime.
Did you kill them, Willis?
Of course not. You killed my father!
At this point, Bronson knows something's up. He's like, okay, so all the rednecks are dead. So he does a little bit more investigation work, but not really. He just goes to the chief who wants to be mayor, and he interviews like the Denver elites, because now they're in Denver, Colorado, and come to find out that one of the Denver elites, millionaire people that are going to fund the chief's campaign to be mayor, owns a Colorado water company, and that water company, those trucks try to run Bronson off the road.
Oh, they're gonna kill us.
Whenever these trucks try to run Bronson off the road, I was like, cool. Bronson's gonna pull out a gun. And he's gonna murder everybody. Bronson doesn't do anything. He does just some half-ass investigation work. He drinks booze with millionaires, and then the movie ends. He goes to a party, and at this party, all the elites are there, and they're like, you know, fund the chief. He's gonna be a great mayor.
We need money. We need a lot of money. And the reason we need it is we want to elect a good guy to the office of mayor. And here he is, Mr. Barney Doyle.
And so everyone starts writing checks. And one of the elites tells Bronson, he's like, hey, Bronson, go upstairs. I want to talk to you, you know, one-on-one. And Bronson's like, okay. So Bronson goes upstairs. Well, there's a guy up there, and he attacks Bronson. And Bronson hits him like 3 times and whoops his ass, throws him down the stairs.
You understand? You name the son of a bitch or I'm gonna beat you to death.
And the chief and all the elites walk up, and you know, they're like, what's going on? And Bronson's like, I want to know, you know, who hired you to kill the redneck's family? And the guy tells him that it's one of the elites. And that guy's like, it wasn't me. He grabs the gun of the chief and then shoots himself in the head. And roll credits.
This is the man that killed Orville's family, and he's gonna tell us who paid him to do it.
God, have mercy.
But that's literally Messenger of Death in about 10 minutes, because this movie is really boring. Like, I love Bronson movies. Like, I mean, he's the main reason why I wanted to start this channel, because his movies are great. It's just him taking revenge, you know? It's awesome. He takes no revenge. It's amazing. This is such a non-Bronson movie. There's no nudity in this. There's no rape. There's no I mean, other than like the very beginning part, murder, but it's not even violent. You don't even see anything. Like, there's no violence in this, and that's not what Bronson's known for. And it's called Messenger of Death. He should be the messenger of death, and he's not. This movie fucking sucks. You know, look, he's got a fucking shotgun on the front of it. It fucking sucks. He doesn't do anything. But, you know, and look, and the tagline even says, "What the cops can't do, he will." He doesn't do a fucking thing. Fuck this movie, and don't ever watch this. Watch Death Wish. Watch any other fucking Bronson movie, because they're all great. Not this one. Messenger of Death is a piece of shit. Don't waste your time.